Hello, everyone. It's Jill, Fiber Fuzzy Crafts. Okay. I know Sana was here earlier. She said she'd be back. Hello, Rosie. Hello, Lori. Hello, Jeannie. Mary Webb is here. Shatika Woods is here. There's Joan, who is Diamond Girl. Alicia B., be careful out there. I've got an echo, don't I? Hello, Diane. Hi, Holly. Okay, I may have to change this. Give me a second. Okay, let's try that. Okay, is that better? Can anybody hear me now? Hello, Alice. Oh, there she is. Sana's here. Denny's here. Hey, Denny Benini. Can anybody hear me? Jeannie's out. All right. You can, and it sounds okay? Oh, awesome. Can you hear me okay? Is it loud enough? Hi, Delphines. Oh, good. Maybe I've got this. Maybe I've got it worked out. Okay, I'm stamping you guys in. Flashy's saying hi. He says hi, and he's stamping you guys in. Whoop, whoop. A little static. Well, I think that we're going to have to leave it with the static. I did order a new microphone, you guys, so stay tuned for that. This one, so this is Flashy, and I got him from my friend Cheryl, who has a channel. She is Vixen Purple. We do podcasts together sometimes, and she gave me this one, and I made him his little headband and his little leg warmers. And welcome, Sally. And I will explain again to everybody what it is when I say I'm stamping you in. It is because of the my daughter came up with that. My daughter Carrie. Hi BJ. Hi Lorna. My daughter Carrie came up with the idea to stamp everybody in. And if you've ever seen the movie Zootopia, there is a sloth that works at the DMV, and he's very slow, and he stamps the papers. So we came up with that idea to stamp everybody in on my channel when they come in. And we only usually do this on Sippin Sunday. So that is the story for those who don't know. And Flashy was the reason that I got the super chat that's in my video. That's because of Flashy. And that was because of the movie Flash Dance. And that little clip of Flashy for the Flash Dance was done by Coco at Coco Cocktails and Crochet with Coco. She did that. She does a lot of graphic stuff. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Joyce. Oh, thank you. And I cut my hair. It's been a week, y'all. It's been a week. So bear with me if I have any issues today, because it's been an emotional week this week. As some of you know, I announced it the other day. But on Tuesday, we had a family member pass away, so we had a funeral on Friday. And then yesterday was my mom's birthday. So there was a lot of emotions got pulled up for me during this week. And I know that I'm not the only one. So, yeah, all of my. Hey, Deneen. Oh, that's great. That sounds wonderful. Sun and sand, girl, sun and sand. Thank you. It's just been hard. And so, and I know I'm not the only one. Thank you guys very much. Oh, you just started. Well, this is an easy crochet project that we're going to do today. So you guys, I have already done my chain. All right. And just so you know, I have put the instructions for this blanket in the description box below this video. So it's already loaded there for you. So if you are watching this back, hello to you too. And thank you very much for the replay. And you can go below and see what the instructions are and watch as I make this. Thank you all so much. It's been rough. Hi, Janet. Hi, Verna. Thank you. It was on Mr. Fiber's side, and I have been telling him that people have been saying their condolences, and I've been telling him about it. So I will again. So we thank you. This was a this lady would have been, my mom would have been the same age as this lady, which made it kind of fall in there with, you know, reminding me so much. And she was someone who is family, but also I worked on her in my beauty shop. So I spent a lot of time with her. And so it just kind of hit me hard. It all just kind of did. Hi, Laura. Woohoo! A finished pair of socks off the needles. That's awesome. But I appreciate your condolences, everyone. I appreciate. So I'd like to see a show of hands, either a hand or a one in the chat, if you have heard of this story. If you could please put that in the chat so I can see how many of you know about the Tara Grinstead story. And if you're going to do this blanket with me today, you're going to need a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, which is an eye. I like to go up just a little bit on this. And if you are a tight crocheter, you may want to even use a J or a K to do your chain. Okay, so chain of 129, and that is, I'm using the Mandala Ombre, and this color is called Tranquil. And yesterday when I went to Walmart and got a new screen, you guys, I got a new screen. I got 2 more, so I'm all set to make this blanket. I don't think I'll need all of it. Yeah, I figured it was going to be kind of a toss-up on those who have heard of this before. So this case is about Tara Grinstead, and the murder trial for one of those suspected was this last couple weeks, and that his name was Ryan Dukes. Okay, Lori, and so I thought it would be good for us to go over this now, seeing as how that trial just ended. And I've been following this case for quite some time, and I've been waiting for these trials to happen. And so it's very interesting now that it has begun. Now, I am taking a stitch out of this book. Okay, I'm taking a stitch out of this book. Now, this is the Leisure Arts Learn a Stitch, Create a Scarf. And the designs are by Mary Nolfi. And the one that I am using is going to be based on this one, which is the open work shawl right here. And if you remember, I used this same stitch when I did the Spring Yarny YouTube Hop collaboration with Kim from Crafty Nomad. And I decided I really like this stitch. I made it into a cowl instead of a scarf. And I thought it would make a beautiful baby blanket. So we're going to call this Tara's Crochet Blanket in honor of Tara Grinstead, because we're starting it on while we're doing this. So you want an odd number for your chain. Just remember, you want an odd number. Now, I was able to achieve 36 inches of chain with this eye hook, okay, with 129 chains. So 129. I'm going to let you guys do that, get started on that, and then I will start the first row after I tell you a little bit more about this case. So Tara Grinstead was living in Ocilla, Georgia. The pic Alicia B sent me. Yes, I did. I don't have it. I don't think I have it where I can show it. But I did. Thank you, Sana, that you got your stickers. If that's the picture you mean, I sure did. Thank you. I think that's what you mean. Yes, I'll be showing you the stitch in the book. Okay. Let's see here. There's the stitch. I say it either looks like a little moth or butterfly, or it looks like a tulip opening up. I'm not really sure what it really looks like, but that's the stitch we're going to do. Okay. So Tara was living in Ocilla, Georgia in October 22nd, 2005, when she disappeared. And this became a cold case. And I am always very interested in cold cases because it fascinates me, the things that they do in which to solve them, the forensics, the history, all of those things, what they use to alien face. That someone said that too. Upside down, maybe. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, are you guys, if you got your chain 129, I'll give you a couple more minutes to get your chain together. Now I am showing you this left-handed. If I were to do a tutorial, then I would be showing you both, but I'm not doing a tutorial. We're doing this live instead. So y'all are going to have to bear with me on the whole left-handedness thing. Okay. Hi, Chels. Tara graduated. Tara, first of all, Tara was a high school teacher there in Ocilla. She was a beauty queen. She did beauty pageants, and she had no significant other at this time, but she did have a dog, and her dog's name was Dolly. She graduated from Valdosta State University, and she began teaching history at the high school. She competed in lots of beauty contests, and she actually was voted as She won the Miss Tifton, Tifton. Tifton. This is in Georgia, Ocilla, Georgia. She got Miss Tifton, and then she competed in the Miss Georgia contest. Cerberus is sleeping and snoring and talking in his sleep. So the day that she went missing, which was October 22nd, she had had a bunch of girls over. They were having a beauty pageant there. And hi, Cheryl. Hi, Lori. Oh, it's a Petra Ray. Was Petra on today? That's awesome. Come on in, everyone. And I know people will be coming in late, and so you will be able to go back and watch this. And what I'm doing is in the description box below, just so you know. Okay, now to start your blanket, you're going to yarn over and you're going to go into the 4th chain from the hook. Okay, the 4th chain from the hook, and you are going to do a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So that's yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that is a double crochet. We're going to do that all the way across for the first row. This is row 1, but it is the setup row. Hello, Nana Michelle. Come on in. So a chain of 129, double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook, and in each chain across. So I'm going to do that while I tell you about the story. Hi, Amanda. So that the day that Tara went missing, she had all these girls over and she was helping them fix their hair and fix their outfits and give them tips and just hanging out before the beauty contest that day started. And then they went to the beauty pageant. And then after the pageant, she went to a barbecue. And then after the barbecue, she went home. And that was the last anybody heard from her. And on that following Monday, her friends and others that were at the school, the teachers and principal, and they were really worried because she did not show up for school. And they said that was not like her at all. Not at all. Hi, Shell. Hello, Dana. Anybody else coming in? It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I'm talking about the story of Tara Grinstead, who is the beauty queen. And the trial just finished. One of the trials just finished. So when the authorities went over to Tara's house, her cell phone was inside her house. Her car was parked outside, but her purse and her keys were missing. Those are the things they could not find. Things in the house were a little bit of a mess, but she'd had all these girls over. There was curling irons and all this other paraphernalia all over the place. And so, they didn't know that there was anything necessarily wrong, whether there was a problem or not. There was some question as to there was a lamp that had looked like it was broken, but when they put a light bulb in it, it worked just fine. So it might have just been a problem with that bulb. There was, like I said, some of the other stuff was on the floor. They found blood on her comforter. And they found, and with that combined with the lamp being kind of out of place, they thought maybe that there was a problem, that she had been assaulted in her house. So it did not look like anything, like, anybody had broken in, however. So they were really kind of stumped as to where she was. She was not there, and they didn't know what had happened. And this was in 2005. Hello, everyone. Come on in. We're doing Crochet and Crime today. I'm glad you're here. Now, the only other thing that was off was that there was a latex glove that was found on the side of Tara's yard. And this latex glove was taken into custody, and it was just kind of odd. There was also, when they got there, there was a business card for a police officer investigator that was stuck in her door. And other than that, there was nothing else out of the ordinary. Now, they did take swabs and test that glove, and at the time they could not match it to anybody. The DNA they had was, it just was not, they couldn't use that. There was nothing to match it to, and it was really, the DNA was kind of not something they could really use at the time. Hi, Mo. Come on in. Now, I do have a couple of things to show you, and I'm super excited because I was able to get a second monitor, and it's over here to my right, and I'm going to share that monitor, and at the same time I can still see your comments, and I'm super excited to try it out live. I did a little test run on it earlier, but now I'm going to be able to do it live. So here we go. Whoop, whoop. This is so cool. Oh, it's so cool. Yay. All right. So here we go. Y'all ready? This is Tara. And that is Ryan Dukes. I know, aren't I cool? That is Ryan Dukes. That is the other day. Then he was acquitted of the charges against him. This is a written on a written card where Ryan wrote a little confession that he says, "Words are useless, but I am burdened with the guilt of murdering Miss Grinstead. I don't feel like I deserve to be free to breathe. I can't begin to comprehend the pain I have caused to her family and loved ones. I don't feel like I need to live with the pain I have caused. R.D. Ryan Dukes." And that was in 2017. He gave a full written confession to this. We'll get into this here in a little bit. Now, in 2005 is when Tara went missing, and that was in Irwin County, Georgia, from her home in Ocilla. In February 2017, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation announces that Ryan Alexander Duke has been arrested and charged with her killing. In March of 2017, a second suspect, Bo Dukes, is arrested and charged with concealing Grinstead's death. The same week, a judge signs a sweeping gag order, and the gag order is softened weeks later after the Atlanta Journal-Constitution and other media outlets challenge it. 17 years, exactly, Lori. March of 2018, the Georgia Supreme Court tossed out the gag order. March of 2019, Dukes is sentenced to 25 years for his role in hiding Grinstead's body. Now, I know that's confusing, Duke and Dukes. We're going to get into that in just a minute. May 2nd, the jury selection begins for Ryan Dukes. And Friday, this last Friday, the jury acquitted him of everything except concealing a death. Hi, Sarah. Now, here are some pictures of Tara, and that is what Ryan looked like. Right here, this is what he looked like. This one here, guys, that's what he looked like when he was arrested. And over here in the corner, right here, this is what he looked like during his trial over here. And I'm going to show you what Bo Dukes looks like. It's all going to be, we'll talk about it all here in a little bit. Oh, see, I could have waited. Already did that part. Yes, acquitted. Now this here, this picture is her and a boyfriend that she was dating, and he was suspected. Hi, Mrs. Kelly. That is Bo Dukes, and he had a trial in 2019. They were in their 20s. All three, the victim and the two guys, were all in their 20s. Early. They were early 20s. She was later in her 20s, like mid to later. That's another picture of Bo Dukes. That is her dog, Dolly. That's Bo Dukes at his trial in 2019. Now, this is interesting here, you guys. This is an article that I found on Law and Crime. Okay. And this is Bo Dukes. He was arrested. Let me go on to show you a little bit. Hang on. Here's what we're going to do. Let's just hold on and I'll give you some background first. Let me give you some background first, because this is all probably getting pretty confusing, right? How about that fancy setup? Oh, I love it so much better when I can see the chat and talk to you guys. That's amazing. Okay, how are we doing? Are you getting your double crochets done on your blanket? Is any of this starting to sound familiar to anyone that you might be remembering a little bit of it? Is it starting to sound a little familiar to you, Mrs. Kelly? I'm using Mandala Ombre, and this is called Tranquil. Okay, Alice is getting them done. Whoop, whoop. All right, so now I'm going to tell you a little bit more into the story. Okay, so there was an exhaustive search for Tara all over town, and because this was a very small town, pretty well everybody showed up to search for Tara. I mean, they looked and they looked. They looked in fields. They looked in. They looked everywhere, and they couldn't find her. They never could find her, and they were beginning to think there were some rumors out that she might have left town, like had a boyfriend in another town, and might have left town. But her dog was found in her home, and they said she would not have left the dog, and they said that she would not have left her job, that her job meant everything to her, and all of these girls that she helped with the pageants. She had a great life. She was very happy. So the width, the chain is for the width, 129 stitches. Double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook and all the way across. 129 chains, and that will make you a 36-inch baby blanket. Now you're starting to remember. I know the Dukes of Hazzard, right? Okay, so we move forward because they couldn't find out anything. They did investigate the ex-boyfriend of Tara, the one who left his business card, because he and Tara had dated. Tara's mother had called him and asked him if he would go by, because that night she didn't hear from Tara. After Tara had gone to the barbecue and gone home, her mother would have thought to have heard from her. She didn't hear from her, so she asked him to go by and check on her. And they were not dating at the time. And so he went by there and put his business card. Well, he became a suspect because he had gone over there, because the mother had called him, because he had dated her, and also because of the cop factor. So a lot of people thought, oh, well, see, somebody just covered the whole thing up because you got this cop that's involved, and the whole thing went crazy around that. It's working great today, too. Yes, you can see what I'm doing. Hi, Mimi Cat. But this cop, and his name was Marcus Harper, and that's the one who was in the picture that I showed you. So there's no way that he could have been involved because he had a very, very good alibi. So they said that his alibi was good enough that they did not pursue that any further. Now, in 2009, here's an interesting thing about the case. In 2009, no, that is at least 4 hours from me. So I'm good. Thank you for asking, though. But yeah, I'm good. It's 2009, 27-year-old Andrew Haley posts a video and claims to have killed at least 16 people. And one of those that he claims to have been a part of was Tara's murder. So there was a whole thing that came out with him, and he was dubbed the Catch Me Killer. Okay, now there's a little bit more about this story, and it's really not that important because he confessed later on that the whole thing was a hoax. He didn't kill anybody. He just wanted the attention. He wanted to get a video to go viral. That's really what he wanted. It's a brand new one. I'm calling it the Tara baby blanket. Hi, Sharon. Thank you, everybody. Okay, can you guys tell me in the chat a one or a hand or something, or heart, something? Let me know that you are working on this. Are you guys working on the blanket? Wonder how many people are doing it. I saw a couple. So that really led nowhere. Then in at the end of 2016, there was a podcast, and it's called Up and Vanished. And they do just a lot of investigation about missing people. So this is Up and Vanished, but not, there's another one called Vanished. This one is Up and Vanished. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know. That's okay. Well, it doesn't have to be this yarn. It could be any size 4 yarn. Oh, okay. So y'all just listen and work on stuff too. That's okay. And we probably will not finish all of this blanket. We're not going to finish the blanket, and we're not going to finish the story all today, because there's a lot to this story. Just so you guys know. So the Up and Vanish podcast covered this, and he did a lot of interviews. He did a lot of poking around. He went to the town. He interviewed people in town. And some of the things that he brought out, let me tell you a little bit more about some of the things that he brought out in this podcast. So for one thing, and I have not found where anybody has received it yet, there was a $200,000 reward in this case. Okay. That's okay, Lori. You work on a whip while you're watching. I am a lefty. Oh. Oh, I'll have to look that up. Email me and remind me, Mrs. Kelly. fiberfloozycrafts@gmail.com. And for any questions you guys might have. So there was a person that came forward, and her name is Brooke Sheridan. And she came forward in 2017. All right. And she said she was dating someone named Bo Dukes. Now that's with an S. No. Bo. Yes, Bo Dukes with an S. And that he had told her something, and so she wanted to be sure and tell people, because she was very upset that he had gone all this time and hadn't said anything, and that she knew that that Tara's family would want to know what had happened to her, and it really bothered her. So she came forward to tell what she knows. And what she said was that Bo Duke, that he confessed to her that he had like this really bad panic attack, and that he would have nightmares, all of these things, and he just really needed to get it off his chest. So, and they were living together at the time. The Up and Vanished podcast also dug into the whole dirty cop thing. Didn't really find any traction in there. They talked about the glove. There's been a lot of stuff go on about this glove and whether that glove was planted. So that fell into the whole line of this this stuff with, you know, being a dirty cop and all this kind of stuff. And there were a couple other people that the podcast that he talked to and thought that they were suspects in this, but they didn't pan out either. And he also spoke to a whole lot of Bo and Ryan Duke's friends who had been at a party at this orchard, and they'd had a bonfire the night that these people were all there. And some of them said that there were some very strange things, that Bo and Ryan were acting strange, and that there were some strange things that were going on at this bonfire. And these guys were all interviewed early on in the investigation, years and years back, but none of that came forward to be anything. The investigators did not do anything with any of that. Yeah, like OJ. Okay. Now, there was also some talk of the fact that at the barbecue that Tara went to after the beauty pageant, there was some talk that she was texting with someone. Now, I don't know if they just never went over that, if it came out in the trial or anything like that, but I've not found that anywhere else other than the Up and Vanished podcast. That the guy who was the person who had the barbecue said that he saw Tara texting with someone at the barbecue, and that she kind of was a little upset, like she was like a little perturbed or something like that. I don't know. That's the only place I heard it. There was also a rumor, more of a rumor, not really a fact, not really anything that could be substantiated, that Tara may have stopped and spoke to someone who lived around the corner from her right before she went home. And so that guy was looked at. The officer's name was Marcus Harper. It was Marcus Harper. So here is the thing about Bo Dukes. He left the area. He was in the service. He was in the Army. He says that he was in combat. I can't give you the facts on whether he actually saw combat or not. Supposedly he saw combat. Supposedly he killed people. I don't know. That's all like woo up in the air. I can't give you the straight facts on that. But he was in the service. And he came back and he had, you know, all of this stuff going on his head from being in the service and all of this stuff. And he had this guilt over not saying anything about Tara. So he told his girlfriend, and the girlfriend contacted the GBI, which is the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, who was handling the case along with the locals. Now, there was another guy who had been in the Army with Bo who also came forward, and he contacted the authorities and told them that Bo told him what happened. And he was when he testified at Bo's trial, he was very upset, and he felt bad that he had not said anything about this beforehand. Thank you, Mrs. Kelly. I appreciate that. Yeah, I know they do. So Bo Dukes and Ryan Duke both went to the Osceola High School. Ryan Duke was not in any of Tara's classes. Tara taught history, and Bo Dukes was in her class. So, but they both knew of her. Tara drove a little white sports car that sort of stuck out in town. She was doing all these pageants, and that's how she was putting herself through school, and going to college and doing all those things. All of that stuff helped to fund her way through school. And so she worked really hard, and she had this sports car. So a lot of people knew of her and knew this little sports car. And of course, she was a pretty girl. Everybody knew her for that reason as well, with the beauty pageants and all of that kind of stuff. So Ryan and Bo knew each other, but Bo supposedly had lived with Ryan and was not paying rent or anything. He was just living with Ryan. And Bo said that they'd had a party the night before and that Ryan had gone somewhere. And when he was, that he came back and he woke up Bo and he told him that he needed his help. And so Bo went with him, and they went and out to the orchard, and that Ryan showed him Tara's body, and that he told Bo that he had killed her and he needed his help. That's Bo's story. Okay. The orchard that he's talking about belongs to Bo's uncle. The orchard belongs to Randy Hudson, Bo's uncle. And years later, when they went out there, they did find some bones in the spot that they said that they had burned the body, and that they could not find. There was not enough of it left to get DNA. So, hello, Kelly. Crochet Me Pink. Yeah, it would. Thank you. Okay, let me share my screen, and well, I'm going to show the rest of this video, and then we're going to go on to row 2, you guys. Okay, row 2 coming up. Let me show you the rest of this video. Okay, so Georgia man Bo Dukes, previously sentenced to 25 years in Wilcox County for interfering in the investigation of the 2005 disappearance and death of teacher Tara Grinstead, now faces charges of rape. Sorry, I wasn't going to use the words, y'all. So, those words. R.S. and P with a weapon during the commission of a felony, the indictment in Houston County, Georgia. So this happened. He was already previously sentenced. They went back and they brought this out while he was in jail, and they brought him up on these charges. Okay. And the charges, though similar to the ones that sparked the manhunt and resulted in Duke's arrest in January of 2019, and that dates back to 2017. It does name the victim, grand jury members, and other things, so they're not saying what it is, who it is. But according to the indictment, this happened in January of 2017. And so this happened right before he was brought in for Tara. So I think he knew that he was going to get in trouble, and he came forward with what he knew about Tara because of this. He really, I think he wanted to. That's just my personal opinion. That's IMO, y'all. I think that's why he came forward, not because of some stupid guilt that he thinks he says. Yeah. He was from Georgia. And so I just wanted you guys to see that this guy, now let me see here. Yeah. Okay, that's it. So that was the end of that one. Okay. So this is not a nice person, Bo Dix. Okay? Not a nice person. Now, Ryan Duke is the trial that just ended, and that's why I wanted to bring this up. Now, Ryan, okay, you guys, he got 25 years for concealing knowledge of this crime with Tara. He got 25 years for that. Now he's going to have to be resentenced on these other charges that he got. Hi, Frozen. Now, Ryan confessed to the crime. He confessed. And so they brought him up on charges. And they're thinking that, you know, Bo has given him up and now he's confessed. They're thinking they've got this guy, right? Well, Ryan's trial just ended and he was acquitted. And he got the same charge that Bo got, which was concealment of this crime, concealment of this body, all of those things, but not murder. So no one has been charged for her murder. No one. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate that. We're gonna do row 2. Are you guys ready for row 2? So Ryan, why would he confess to a crime? He says because he was afraid of Bo. Okay. All right, for row 2, I'm going to go through this. We're going to chain 3 and turn. Make sure I'm under here. Chain 3 and turn. That counts as your first double crochet. Now you're going to double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. So that's not this one right here. Go over to here. Double crochet in the next 2. Okay. Now you're going to chain 3, skip 3, and single crochet in the next. So we're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in the next. Exactly. That is exactly what has happened, Lisa. They still don't know which one. They turned on each other and both said they weren't the ones that killed her, that the other guy is. And they don't know who did it. Now you're going to chain 3. Now we're going to skip 3 double crochets. Double crochet in the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yay, the socks are done. Now you're going to chain 3, skip 3 double crochets, and single crochet in the next double crochet. So skip 3 and then single crochet in that 4th one. Now chain 3. You're going to skip 3 and double crochet in the next 5. Two, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 3, skip 3, single crochet. Chain 3, skip 3, 5 double crochets. Y'all got it? Can you see it taking shape there? That's the bottom of that. Okay. So skip the 3. Now I do the 5 double crochets. I have to watch that camera, make sure I'm over here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you're using a different weight of yarn, as long as it is a odd number, you should be fine. If you're using a smaller weight of yarn, use the size of hook that you're comfortable using. I think that if you use a DK and you continue to use a larger hook, you should be very, very close to that 36 inches across, but it may not be quite that big. So your project may be just slightly smaller. But as long as you have an odd number, you should be fine. Hi, Christy. I know, they're so pretty. Okay, so chain 3, skip 3, single crochet, chain 3, skip 3, 5 double crochets. Y'all got it? So when we go forward to Ryan's, this is the trial that just ended. When we go forward to his trial, Ryan now says that the only reason he confessed was because he was afraid of Bo. He said that he was drunk. He said that he was on drugs at the time of his confession. So he said there's no way that he would have been thinking clearly. The only thing he knew that he was scared, and that's why he confessed. And you know, that does happen. And actually, if you're on something, they really ought to be watching that before they question you. They should have brought him in when he was not on something. So they might have messed up a little bit. You know, that's one thing they might have messed up during this investigation. Oh no, we don't need any thunderstorms, but I would like to have some rain here. Yes, I would like to have some rain. But I know that Alicia's been through that today. She's not wanting any of that. So, for whatever reason, And I watched quite a bit of this trial, and they went over the DNA on that glove, and they really could not pin it down to whether they actually had everybody's DNA, or if it got smeared on there, or if it smeared from the front side to the back side, or if it got smeared from the back side to the front side, or they're not really sure because they did some testing on it before. But the lady who tested it and testified that she did the second time on this glove is sure of what she found. And she found all three on the glove. She found both Duke's and Tara on the glove. That much is clear. So kind of hard to know who's telling the truth and who's lying. They did have a witness who said that they saw a truck that was consistent with Bo Duke's truck there that night that was parked on Terrace Street. They also say that they think that they took, because Bo thinks that Ryan, his story is that Ryan took Tara's car. Ryan's DNA is not in that car. Wasn't found in that car. So it's just really hard with a he said and he said, not he said, she said, but he said. It was a he said kind of thing. I hope you're okay today. Yes. Yes, it does make the house shake. Absolutely. Now, these guys that, both of them say that they together that they took Tara's body out to the orchard. And then Ryan, during his trial, says, no, I didn't go with him and take her body to the orchard. He woke me up and he took me to the orchard and he showed me her body. And he said that Ryan, that Bo told him he had to help him because now he knew about it. And he was afraid of him. He knew that Bo was doing, and he claimed that Bo would look at racy magazines and all of that. No, Bo's DNA was not found. Nobody but Tara's was found in her car. I know. He said in the she shed. That's right. It's a tongue twister. It's a tongue twister. Getting close to the other end. One. Now, y'all, when you get to the other end, I'll show you what you do. That's 5. See, we're getting close. And I cannot believe myself that it has wound up this way, where Ryan is not guilty. I was just sure that he was going to be convicted of this, and I watched his testimony, and I saw him crying. Oh, okay. So you do this to the last 6, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Well, I'm right here where I did my single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it didn't work out. Why did it not work out? Skip 3, double crochet in the last 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it is going to work out. 1, 2, 3. So 1, maybe it's going to work out. 4 and 5, chain 3. Say it's not going to work out. My stitch count's off, you guys. Oh, I woke up with all of that today too. I know. It should be the last 6. If you join the Facebook group, be sure that you answer all the questions, because we're not letting you in if you don't. Lori. 5 people from 500. Oh my goodness. But be sure you answer the questions. Yes. Thank you, Lori, for the update. I knew we were getting close. That is so awesome. And you can post pictures of your stuff you're making. Okay. It didn't work out. So what are we going to do? Do y'all know how to fix that? I can show you live on air how to fix it, because it should be the last 6. So I need 3 more. So I said 129. It's supposed to be an odd number. 29. But that would be 32 for the last 6. Skip 3. So it's 135. Rip it. I'm not ripping it all the way back. But here's what I will do. I'll show you. So I'm twirling in here, trying to get a hold of the end. And of course it's not going to come. Oh! It's the worst thing trying to get them out. There, got it. I just kept digging. I'm going to cheat. So if you did the same thing I did, here's how you cheat. Go right here into the end. Right here. I'm going to add on my yarn. I'll tuck that in later. Bring it through. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do that. Do those 4. Now I'm going to turn it. Nope. I got to do 3 more. 1, 2, 3, because I'm going to come back and do a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Come back, yarn over, go into the fourth one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm actually going to do it on the back side here. Do a double, another double, because we have to match the doubles. Hang on, guys, I'm concentrating. Now let me see if I'm right. 1, 2, skip 3. No, I have too many. It has been. Yep, there's a little bit of that going on, Nana. Michelle. I remember when I saw Mikey doing that, I thought, oh my gosh, he did not just do that. Okay, I think it's 2. Yeah. How many did I need? So now I've got 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to chain 3 here. We're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3. I only need 3. I only need 3. It's making me nervous. Everybody's watching. It just lost half the people, I'm sure. Y'all stick with me. I'm doing this on the fly. Okay, I have 3 now. So we're going to attach, we're going to slip it to this one. And cut it. Now I'm going to have to change that in the description box. Y'all don't let me forget that. Crochet the loops onto the end? Yes. Okay. So we did our 5, chain 3. We're going to skip 3. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to double crochet in the last 3 on the end. To end the row. This one was harder because I'd already done a row. There. Ta-da! It's all good, guys. It's all good. I don't know how much any of you guys saw. Yeah. Well, you know, this, what I'm basing this stitch on doesn't give me the multiples of the stitch. So if I can figure that out for you guys, I will, but I don't know if I will. I don't know. But 130, I did 129, 30, 132 would be what I did. It should have been an odd number, but I'd say 133 because you go back and do the double crochet. That's right, 133. Did I do okay, Diddy? Is it all making sense at all? You guys are impressed? Okay, cool. I'm so glad you're impressed. I will change it in the description box. It's 133 to make it work out. Okay, row number 3. Lordy. I'm gone over my hour. Denny's super impressed. Yay. Nice recovery. Yay. Hi, Sandy. You missed all my tricks there at the end. Okay, row 3, chain 3 and turn. You guys, chain 3 and turn. Double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. So that's these 2 right here next to your chain. Double crochet in those 2. I might have lost Alice. I don't know. I hope everything's okay, Miss Kelly. Take care. I'm sorry. Okay. Now you're going to single crochet into the space. You did not chain. You chain 3, 2 double crochets. Don't chain. Go into the chain 3 space and do a single crochet. Now you're going to chain 3. And single crochet. Oh, you're going to chain 3. I'm lost. Double crochet in the next 5. I don't think you chain. Are you supposed to chain 3? No. Okay, that's right. So you do your single, you do your 3, your chain 3, then you do double crochet in the next 5. Now you're going to single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 3, and double crochet. Oh, and then single crochet. That's why you're supposed to have 2. Y'all, I've totally screwed it. But we can do it this way. But I'm going to have to rewrite the stuff on the bottom. We should have had another one over here is what the problem was. Okay. So we're single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. This is really not something I usually do. I don't usually do this live. Usually I can skip and go back and doop with the tutorials, but they take so long. Okay, Lisa. I hope Alicia's okay. She has kind of disappeared on me. Hey, Coco. Hey, Mary Bell. Okay, she's here. Good deal. I hope you're all right out there. You started another one? Okay. You're catching up. Okay. All right. I didn't totally lose y'all anyway. So I will go ahead and rewrite that down at the bottom, because that we should have ended with, and I'm wondering if that's going to mess up our 4th row. We'll find out. Okay, chain 3. Double crochet in all 5 of those double crochets. The tops of those 5 double crochets. Now you single crochet in that chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet in the next chain 3 space, chain 3, and double crochet in those 5. That is your repeat for a cross. Y'all have to go back and watch that if you need to. But you do not chain after that 5, okay? You just go right into that chain 3 space and do the single crochet. Then you do the chain 3. And go into the next chain 3 space and do the single crochet. And then chain 3 and go into the tops of the 5. But you don't chain after you do the 5. It's a type of fillet. It's got like a see that? Can y'all see it? That does not look right to me. Does it look right to you guys? It doesn't look right. So I am off somewhere. So see, there should only be one hole there. Because this one looks right. This one's correct. This one is not. So I have messed up somewhere. Nope, it doesn't look right, does it? Oh, I bet that was so pretty. It is going to look good if I can get this to work out. Here I'm trying to teach y'all. Now I feel bad because I messed up. I just lost half of everybody. Thank you, everyone who's leaving. I'm actually just running. We're going to have to do this. We'll do it again next time. Yeah, it's missing a hole on one side. I will figure it out, and I will correct the numbers at the bottom when I do. I should have run through the entire pattern before I did the whole blanket. But something ain't right. Because there should only be this one right there. See, this one's fine. This one is not. I'll tell you what, we can do this again on the round table Tuesday. I don't know if I'll have it done by tomorrow morning, when I do the news in the morning. I don't know if I'll have it done by then. And I don't know that I'll be awake enough to show you. So let's do this. I will go through and I will work it out, and we will try again on Tuesday. Okay. And I will go through and I will put the correct number at the bottom, and I'll do all of it tonight, so it'll be done. And then I will come back to you after the first row, so we have all the double crochets in, and that's where we'll start. Okay, you guys, how does that sound? Yeah, probably. Oh my gosh, does anybody have any other questions about the case? We'll come back and we'll go through and answer questions on the case too. Yes. Yeah, so her mom testified and said that she called the boyfriend to come and help, and he went over and checked, and he was cleared. He was not involved. He was cleared. I don't know. I just, with all this stuff with Bo Dukes, I really, guys, I think Bo did. I really think Bo did this, and I really think that he may have taken Ryan with him, or he involved him somehow. And I don't know yet how exactly Ryan is involved in this, because I think something happened. I think they're both involved, but I really think Bo did it. And if I were her family, even though, yes, her family, sir. Peanut Gallery is talking to me back there. I do too, Hope. I think that's right. But I think I screwed up somewhere else. Y'all have to forgive me, because it's my first time doing it live. It does have a lot. But yeah, we'll do it Tuesday. Absolutely, we will. Yeah. It'll be a good one. Okay, Frozen, you take care. I'm going to call it, because it's an hour and a half. I've kept y'all long enough with the project that we couldn't finish. Keep an eye on that. I will erase that description so you guys. We'll put 135. I'll put 135 on there, and I'll work through it. And if that doesn't work out right, I will let you guys know what it is. We're going to do a baby blanket, and I want to call it the Tara's baby crochet baby blanket. Yeah, it's hard. If it doesn't work out, you're screwed. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to do this, and it's going to bug me. So I'm going to have to do it now when I hang up with you guys. So I will do that, and I will get back with you. So keep an eye on. Don't go through and look at all that description until the live chat goes. Once the live chat is up, you'll know I have fixed it. Let's put it that way. Okay, because that's been taking almost 24 hours or more to get done. So good night, everybody. Have a great week. Thank you for coming. I know I had lots of people here watching. Those of you watching on the replay, yeah, you'll know too. So I'll talk to you guys in the morning. We'll have some updates, and I'll see you then. I love y'all. Thanks for understanding. I love you, Solomon. I love you, Oliver. I love you, Chelsea. I love you, Carrie. I love you, Sailor. And have fun today.